Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ravenloft Misfits. I'm Jonny, the DM of this campaign. For a list of the cast's names, socials, and pronouns, you can check out the chat or the episode description. We stream Ravenloft Misfits each Monday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, so if you're ever available, please join us live if you're watching this recording. And if you are watching this recording, please follow us, subscribe to our channel, do all this stuff. If you're here live, participate in our chat. You can find our Discord and talk about cool stuff with cool people. Pretty cool. And if you're listening on the podcast, make sure to give us a review. That is super helpful for getting our podcast out there. I was looking on Apple Podcasts, and one of the main things about podcasts is that you want to check your similar to. If you like this, you'll like this. And we're in the same realm of all of the other types of D&D podcasts and stuff like that. Critical Role is on there. We had another Curse of Strahd one called Twice Bitten. Anyways, it's great because you guys are helping us out. So continue to help us out because we like you guys. Yeah, Zack.
I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I'm real tired. And I really wish that I could just like hit a button and be fully rested and fully refreshed. Just like when my D&D characters are really tired, I can just hit that long rest button that Roll20.net has and just boom, full health, full abilities, long rested. I don't even got to worry about it. I don't got to change it. It's just one of the many things Roll20.net takes care of in terms of playing D&D. You don't got to worry about all this nitty gritty paper, pens, changing numbers, any of that stuff. Roll20 will take care of it for you. Go to Roll20.net, play D&D. It makes it so easy. Takes care of everything for you. It's amazing. I love Roll20.net so much. Thank you for supporting this campaign. Makes it so easy for us to play for you.
Yeah, Roll20 is great. Check out a link in the chat or the episode description so that you could check out Roll20 for yourself. But also, we want to thank Sirenscape for allowing us to use their awesome music and ambiance app. It is fantastic. It has all of the Curse of Strahd stuff that you could ever need, along with a lot of other types of games like Call of Cthulhu, Pathfinder, and a bunch of other stuff. So check it out, become a Super Siren subscriber, and follow our link to do so. And if you do, you could be helping us help you. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out.
It's very good.
So,
thank you, Sirenscape. I love you.
Recap. Last session was a bit of a doozy. You all entered the stomach chamber, and you were briefly attacked by some terrible monster of tendrils. But Esmeralda used a blood curse of binding, and you are all able to get across the stomach chamber without any issue. So you then proceeded down the intestines, and with the fleshy walls behind you closing in, you were only left to move forward. So you finally came to the end of the large intestines, and there you found a disgusting display of flesh and dark magic and all of that good stuff. Esmeralda walked out yelling to Archibald to see where Johans was, but learned that he had thrown Johans into this flesh mound at the center of the room, and battle began. And due to some really shitty rolls on my end, Archibald pretty much didn't put up much of a fight at all. Almost like he was wanting to be killed. Then, when he did die, his body was absorbed by the fleshy floor and was transferred to the Form of Maggart, the flesh mound at the center of the room. And that was the real threat of this encounter, as Katya almost died. Arxes was able to slide over and pump some healing into her just before the final fail. That it was literally one round away. It's crazy.
It was really close.
And then Vaughn was able to do the final blow against Archibald's face within the Form of Maggart with their awesome psychic daggers. Pretty fucking sweet. And with that final blow, the mound had then released all of its contents, its limbs and heads and blood and bodies. Unfortunately, Katya was prone and was covered by this grossness. But with that, what would you all like to do?
As of right now, we're in a moment of peace, necessarily.
Correct, yes. At the moment, it seems like things have quieted down.
Does anyone, well, I'll say this in character. Is anyone hurt? Do you need any health? Some help healing?
I'm gonna rush over to Vaughn and check out this arm.
I'm not doing super great, to be honest.
I don't feel great either. I'm gonna try and stand up and get all shit off me.
Okay, yeah. Meanwhile, you all see as Esmeralda, she's like fighting with her new arms, and with that she drops down and begins, you just hear these gross, like, sloppy sounds as she's digging through the pile of limbs and blood and fluids, seemingly looking for something. And you can most likely assume that that would be Johan's. But she is just desperately looking through it, trying to find some.
I see. Can I don't know her well enough to care. Does...
No, that's fair.
Fair.
That's a mood.
Yeah.
Honestly, go off. Yeah.
Honestly.
Fair.
And also, Vaughn is my priority. I see the struggling arm. That's the only extra
I've got
limb.
a leg.
Vaughn has an extra leg growing out of their right knee as well.
I'm just trying to get an assessment. Can I do some sort of arcana check, medicine check? I'm like, are you all right? These things seem to be costing you. Can we get rid of them?
Oh no, this one seems we can talk about this. Very, very calm down. I just kind of force my arm back down.
The one that came out of your armpit is just trying to choke you, and you're like, no, just
I'm gonna,
pushing it back down.
Just try to grab it with the arm that it's nearest to, and just kind of hold its hand.
Go ahead and do just like a athletics check.
Oh, am I still raging?
I would say no, because you haven't attacked or gotten hurt.
That's fine. That's a low roll for me.
I rolled a 7,
2.
So you rolled a 2? Damn.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, my
shit.
bolster magic's still on as well.
Oh wow.
All right, well,
Whoa.
I would say that you definitely beat, I was gonna give the arm probably like a fucking, would it have your,
arm.
Would it, yeah, it's not a full body, right? Like, just an arm. I'm gonna say that you overpower the arm and you just hold the hand of it, like fingers intertwined with the hand, pulling it down. You're able to control it for now.
Yeah. This one I think I've got.
All right. Can I do some sort of check? Do I understand the nature of these? I generally think it looks like some sort of like body curse. Is this something that can be undone? Is it dangerous? Is it progressing?
I would say do a medicine check in this case.
Sure.
I help in any way?
Sure.
I ask questions. Does it feel like it's something within you that's anchored, growing this, or?
I don't know. What does it feel like?
It just, honestly, it feels like a foreign object growing on your body. You don't really feel it. You don't have like extra nerves running through it, at least just yet. Currently, it just feels like this thing that's moving around that is just so happens to be attached to your body.
Yes, it's like a parasite of a variety.
Yeah.
At least at the moment.
Understood.
19. I would say
I try and I tap. I'm like, can you feel this? Can you feel this? I'm like testing like different areas of sensitivity.
Yeah. There is a little bit of feeling, like a little bit.
Oh.
So it's not completely disconnected, but it's still foreign.
It hasn't fully connected to my nervous system yet.
As far as you can tell, it does seem attached, and it does seem to be using blood, and it seems like it has rooted itself into Vaughn's body.
Hate that.
All right.
Yeah,
Katya has one too,
Katya
right?
does have one.
Mostly hate
Oh,
that
I'm
for
so-
myself.
Yours is like in your armor stuff,
Yeah, it's like
right?
the arm is
Yeah,
like
you might be the
sticking
only-
out from the bottom of like the chest piece, like
I would like
trying
to try and,
move
like,
around.
Put that back up into my breastplate so that it will not bother me.
Sure.
And
Just
just like
tuck it in
hold
there.
Move
just
it in.
tuck it in.
Yeah. Cool.
Can I,
Disgusting.
this
Hate
might
that.
be. I don't know if this would be part of that medicine check, but like, can I tell? Is this something that like, if we remove the arm, will it just automatically regrow?
I would say that you
Or
don't
the
have enough
leg, I guess.
information to know whether or not it would regrow. It looks like a parasite, so it's possible that it won't.
Just
But
sever
with
it.
the
Yeah.
way that Maggart is, and you don't know if it's like a curse that they've put on you guys, it's hard to tell.
We
All right.
should ask the Lich about this.
I think that's a good idea. I have some options for dispelling it if it's some sort of curse, but that is limited. And if we can get out of here safely without using that, that would be. I'd prefer to keep that in case somebody goes down if we need to. But
I believe I can keep these two at least tamed for a little while.
You see the leg
I-
just like kicking back and forth on
You
Vaughn.
relax.
I feel like there's a moment that Arxes goes, oh, right. And then he goes over to Esmeralda, and he's gonna cast while she's digging through. He's gonna help her, but first he's gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
on
Yeah,
her.
she'll take that for sure. She took quite a beating from that last fight.
This is level 1.
Cool.
I am no cleric. Right? She gets back 11 hit points.
11 is good. Yeah.
I can also cast Cure Wounds on Katya or Vaughn.
Katya, how are you doing on a scale of?
I have 34 out of 15, which is the medical term for it.
115.
150. Is that what I said?
You said 15.
Yeah, I was
It's been
like,
a long day, y'all. Hey, cheers. 34 to 115.
so much less than half. And then Vaughn, what are you at?
I'm about I'm at a 20 out of 88 roughly.
Okay, so you're a little bit lower.
Much less than half.
So I'm gonna hit you
Yeah.
with the Cure Wounds first.
Do I not have a health potion?
You might.
Can't-
I have a basic healing potion if you want
I
it.
believe I also have.
I feel like I have one somewhere.
I don't have any because I gave mine to Arxes
Yeah.
after that last
And
fight that we had.
And I don't believe I've.
Oh, I have a greater
used them,
healing. I could just drink that.
But it wouldn't be in this.
I don't know if I want to waste
Yeah,
that.
I
right
know.
now.
Beatrice has one because I have
Yeah.
it in your items.
I have a greater healing I just found.
Right.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
you have a greater healing.
I gotta look at the other one. The other Arxes.
I do not see another one, but it might be under Vaughn. Yeah, that's under Vaughn. You gave it to Arxes.
Yeah.
I'll put it in his
Yeah.
stuff. Cool. All right.
11
So yeah,
points
you
of
have
healing to you, Vaughn.
three
Thank
potions. One of them is a greater healing potion.
I'm
Okay.
gonna give
I'm gonna
Beatrice bolstering magic.
wait
Thanks.
to drink these and
You can have a third level spell
if
slot
things
back
pop off or not.
or lower.
We'll see.
No shit, really?
Yeah, you can have a spell slot.
That's huge.
I will give the healing potion I have to Esmeralda.
Okay. She'll hold on to it for now, but she'll look to you and say, "Thank you."
Is he there?
I don't know. I've only looked in this area. Do you mind looking over there?
Yeah, sure. And I will start digging through this
Sure.
I go
thing.
and I put on one hand I've got like on my stomach, just kind of holding that myself together,
Yeah.
and I'll put the other hand on her shoulder, and then I'll kind of take a few steps and start searching through another area.
Okay. I would like I would like both of you to do investigation checks, just your own check. And I will do a separate one for Esmeralda.
I think
Nat
like
20,
nice, incredible.
24.
Right on.
Did
Vaughn just, like,
investigation.
Looks at them doing this, looks at Beatrice, looks at the alchemy table.
17.
I'll help you up. Well,
Yeah.
let me wait. I want to actually. I have some rope, and I want to tie your leg to your leg.
Oh, lovely.
Interesting.
Just bind that sucker into place.
Yeah, essentially make it so it's like not.
It's like we're going to do a potato sack race.
You're gonna have to. Okay, so you're tying
three-legged
over
race.
the knee though.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would say do.
Because I'd imagine tying one like at the ankle and then one at the shin, at like the bulk of the shin, like
Sure.
brace it. I don't know what to do about the
So,
foot, which would
Is
probably
its
still
knee
kick.
connected to my knee?
Its knee is connected to your knee. My idea of what it was is if this is your leg, this is the leg like just completely perpendicular. So it would be like going back and you'd be tying it somehow that way.
Oh,
So it
I
has
see,
its
I see.
own
Yeah.
knee.
So
It's not its own knee. It's sharing the knee.
But
It
it's
is
showing-
sharing the same knee, but it's going perpendicular.
I see.
Oh, that's
Okay, that actually makes my life a little
That's
bit easier, I think, because I
bizarre.
can't just tie the ankle. I can fold it in on itself and tie the ankle to the knee,
Yeah, I can just break it if you would like me to.
or tie the ankle
I'll snap
to
it like
your
a twig.
thigh.
That is an option.
real quick, we got a redemption in chat for Force the DM to reroll and request that it's used the next time you roll a natural 20, Johnny.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I will keep that in
We
mind.
gotta
Thank you for
remember
keeping-
that.
Gotta
Thank you.
remember that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll remember it.
Somebody remember that.
I'm sure.
I'll yell.
Yeah.
Somebody will remember it. I guarantee it.
Watch,
Sure.
the next time you
Yeah.
roll a nat 20 will be Esmeralda doing something important.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you'll have to re-roll.
No.
Then
I
the
mean,
rules.
I'm happy to try this experiment while they're doing that over there.
Okay.
Whatever.
So, for this roll, trying to like tie it, I don't know what. I would say this would probably fall under like a survival check because it's
Sure.
more of like using rope to make like a trap type thing, but you're trying to hold them together. I would say this is probably under survival. So do a survival check.
Can I assist with it in any way?
Sure. Yeah. I
Great.
mean,
Really
it is
trying
your
to keep
leg.
that leg calm.
And
Yeah.
I have to
I
make the
pet
check,
the
right?
leg.
I would say that Beatrice has to do the check.
Yeah.
But you could do it with advantage.
Okay.
I believe in you.
7.
Okay.
Oh,
The
Little guy, it's okay. Relax.
with the way that the leg is like perpendicular, you try and bring it back, but as you're tying it, you're doing. It's hard to not limit Vaughn's mobility because it's sharing the same knee, and as you're tying it, it is on the knee. And you know when you have a band-aid on your finger on the
Yeah.
joint of it, and you're trying to bring it back in, and it just doesn't work as well. That's what's happening here. It's like they can move a little bit, but it's definitely still limiting.
I think it like catches me at one point. It like kicks me, and I like,
Mhm.
Hey, I would like to snap it in half. The second it kicks Beatrice.
Okay. Yeah.
All bonus action rage, snap it in half.
Fucking okay. Yeah. Go ahead and do
That was
I would
hard.
say a strength check.
Okay. With advantage.
With advantage,
Because I'm raging. Cool. It's a 21.
Okay.
nice.
Wow.
With a 21, are you trying to like rip it off?
I don't think I'm trying to rip it off. I think it's just a, hey, you don't do that to Beatrice. And I just like
Okay.
like a chicken wing.
Okay. You break it. Easily. I'm gonna
Yeah, roll damage.
Yeah. Holy shit. That was a big fucking roll. I did
Wow.
2d10 to I got a 10 and a 9. You take 19 points of
Gosh.
damage halved, so that's
Yeah.
only 10. But
That's fine.
yes, you break it and it is now like moving around and you felt it, but it's not hurting or doing much anymore. It can't really do anything at this point. Where did you break it from? Like where the knee is? Like did you try breaking it off and it's just kind of like hanging there now?
dislocating it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think
right
so.
on. Yeah, it's just like hanging there. Like just a piece of skin that has no muscle in it, just hanging.
This is going to hurt. I'm going to take a dagger and I'm going to try and cut it off.
All right.
All right, let me grab onto something first.
All right.
Bite a stick.
Hopefully this isn't as... Okay, that's a 9.
I think all the sticks down here are bones.
You take the 5 damage.
Biting on a
It's on
bone.
brand.
5 damage, and the leg is off. You do bleed quite a lot because of that large of an open wound, but it's easy enough to... You have enough time to wrap it and take care of it. Your leg is gone, or the third leg.
Oh shit, wrong leg.
Oh, yeah.
Dang it!
After that, I'm gonna like pull my hand with my other arm up and just like, did you see what just happened? If you don't behave, you're going to do the same thing is going to happen to you. Do you understand me?
Do an intimidation check.
Do I get advantage? Do
Sure,
I get advantage
sure.
when I'm raging? I don't know.
I'll just give you advantage because you just fucking ripped off the other one. Okay, so that's a 17. You could feel it go a little limp there.
Okay.
It's still moving around a little bit, but
Wait, hang on.
This is in the midst of you guys searching through that.
right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, you
Katya
guys are
sees a little bit of this and just fully throws up.
Okay. Adds to the bodily fluids that are currently just scattered on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
So
trying
with
really
that-
hard not to think about my arm.
Going
Just like
back
bricking.
to where
Splattered in blood.
the 3 of you are looking. Natural 20 for Katya. After a minute or 2 of searching, you come across a blood-stained Johans. You can see that his clouded eyes are looking up, and his his hair is all disheveled and wet, just flat on his head. You can see his eyes are wide open, almost like he's staring at you. It's a little disconcerting, but you have found him.
How, like, fucked up is this body? Is it, like,
It
pretty...
actually looks fine.
Okay. He's actually, like, he's not, like, torn up or whatever or anything, or, like, mutilated or anything like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will reach down and just cover his, like, close his eyes and then scoop him up in my arm and say, Esmeralda.
She's like desperately looking through the pile and stops to look at you
and start walking over her way with him in my arm.
She's currently like crouched down looking, and as she looks up, she just lets out this stomach twisting scream as she rushes up and grabs onto his body and then just collapses onto the ground, holding him up to her chest and just crying.
I just like kneel down with her in front of her, and I'm just kind of sitting there silently, like staring down at the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at him.
Yeah.
Both.
The body is found, but it's almost worse than not finding it, as she's just sobbing over it.
Really debating whether or not I wanted to like lie about finding it, but I like give her a few moments, and I said, we have put him to justice, and we will give him a proper burial, but right now we need to move. We have to get out of here, Esmeralda. Can you walk?
I can. She stands up, just staring at him in her arms, and just, I had held hope that he might be alive. I thought that Archibald would do something fucked up like he does with everything else, but I thought that he would still at least be alive. And now, it just feels like I've lost him all over again. Looks out to each of you and just says, I'm thankful for all of the help you have given me and your efforts to save my gemstone. Yes. You will receive a proper burial outside of this disgusting place.
She stands up and starts like limping back toward the way we came.
Mm-hmm. As you all stand, I would say that Vaughn and Beatrice, you'd be the first ones to see as you notice the pool of blood that was on the left side of this room begins bubbling. 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 10, 20 bubbles coming up, and rapidly you begin to see this blood beginning to spill out of this small confined pool until soon it begins reaching over the floor.
We need to move. Everyone up. Is it heat or is it like just more
It's
liquid?
not heat. It just seems like a lot more of this red liquid. Maybe it is blood. Maybe it's just water that's been tainted with blood. You're not entirely sure, but it is viscous and it is red and it is covering the entire floor of this chamber, and it is threatening to completely envelop this chamber as you're in it. So.
Time to go?
Time to go.
All right. Katya and Vaughn, you guys are both fine because you have just one limb at the moment.
Okay.
But Esmeralda has 2, and almost as if it was waiting for this moment, you begin to see the 2 of her arms trying to rip Johann's out of her hands, trying to make her, choke her, and maybe try to pull on her weapons and throw them onto the ground. Just doing these things to try and stop her from being able to run. But with barely any time to even react, you all begin rushing out of this room and into the long twisting tunnels of the intestines. Yes.
I want to do something crazy. I want to stop by the alchemy table and shove everything I can
Okay.
into the portable
I'll help.
hole.
Yeah,
This is great.
you just begin throwing stuff into your bag, and not knowing exactly what they are, you just throw them in and begin rushing out.
Yep.
That was awesome.
As you are all running, what's up?
Does it look like Esmeralda isn't able to like move, or
She's able to move. She's able to move, but she is definitely slowed down. But yeah, I would like everyone to do an athletics check as you guys are rushing out, trying to get ahead of this flooding blood behind you.
I'm good at these. That's a dirty 20.
I'm
too.
assuming it's been more than 10
23.
minutes since I did my bolstering magic.
I would
At this point, I'd probably say yeah.
I would say yeah, especially with
Okay.
the way that the intestines are. It's a long run, so I would say yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean I don't have that 3rd level spell?
Oh no, you have yours. Mine was the thing that gave me an additional D3
I see.
on every roll. Yeah. You keep
Okay.
that. You keep that 3rd level spell slot.
Thank
Damn,
you.
she only has
Buy
a
yourself
plus
something
1.
nice.
Shit. All right. Well,
He's
Esmeralda.
not
It had to
athletic.
be somewhere. She couldn't be
You-
good at
you know?
everything.
You know?
Right. She rolled an 8.
God.
So
Fly. What is she athletics for?
you all begin sprinting into these grotesque intestines where you see wounds beginning to tear open all along the fleshy tunnel. From these wounds, you begin to see teeth growing, creating mouths, arms extending out, trying to hold onto some of your ankles, but you continue rushing. Legs begin to extend, trying to trip you, and black blood oozing out of these like viscous goop, making it a treacherous run and causing the flooding blood to quickly chase after you as you continue rushing forward. Beatrice, I think, are you flying?
I can if it gets.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is dirty on the floor, for one.
Yeah.
And 2, it is like this liquid that will probably trip someone, maybe. And I think you're
Right.
faster on the flying anyways. So
I am. I'm slightly faster while flying.
cool. So then we'll just say that you're flying. You are totally fine. And with all of those athletics checks, yeah, you guys are all good. Cool. Except for Esmeralda. you begin to see as you all continue forward, Esmeralda is starting to fall behind, and the flooding blood seems to be slowly catching up on her. You begin twisting and turning through down each turn of the intestines. It is almost mind-numbing, and you quickly lose count as to how many times you've turned left and right. You have no idea where you are, and you begin to see her falling behind. Arxes. Time begins to slow around you as you now hear a voice in your head. Different than before. This is no longer the Kingmaker. This is something else. You just hear, "She will slow you down. Without help, she will die. I can save her. I can make you whole again. Give you power unimaginable. A formidable opponent. Or that demon that you wish to slay. You need only to accept my gift."
And she'll die if I don't.
Most certainly. Look at her. And you look back and you see this river of blood is creeping on her. Unless somebody goes back, but even then, your mind is beginning to calculate all of these different situations as you're looking back. Beatrice can't hold her. Vaughn is already... Their leg is broken. They have a limb already. Katya, maybe she'd be able to go back and help, but she'd be severely slowed down. And as you're beginning to make all of these calculations, you feel this similar power beginning to grow within you. Something like the Kingmaker, but different. You begin to see all of the surrounding area turn to stars, and you feel lighter as your feet are slowly coming off of the ground. And you hear this voice again. "So, do you accept?"
You better be not like the last one. Fine.
"I've been waiting." And as you say fine, you see this black feather falling just in front of you as it sways back and forth. You reach out, grabbing the feather, and just then, black wings spread out from Arxes' back. And you feel some sort of sourceless wind picking him up. You look down and see a glow of radiant magic coming from your hands, and you instinctively know exactly what you need to do as you rush back towards Esmeralda, picking her up and flying back ahead of the group. All of you watch as Arxes spreads out these black feathered wings, turns back, grabbing Esmeralda, and just books it in front of you. The speed of these wings are blindingly fast. You see him going down the tunnel, bobbing and weaving, until finally he comes out past what you can see. You continue rushing towards Arxes. I'm gonna need everyone to do one more athletics check.
Okay. 21.
Throwing it out there. That's a
Damn.
natural 20 for 28.
I have a
Perfect.
5. Do I have advantage on that?
You don't have to because you're just flying.
Oh, flying.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. I love the fact that you just got a natural 20. We're gonna say that
Well, I guess I didn't have to, huh?
No, this thing is just, your wings are taking you and you are flying. Okay. And a 26 for Vaughn. Right on. Or 27.
Ooh.
I
All of
rolled a
you,
13.
27 for Vaughn, 21 for Katya. 28, natural 20 for Arxes, and Beatrice, you already pass. You continue rushing through the intestines, going down each winding tunnel until you finally come to the edge of the stomach and intestine chamber. Arxes, you fly through it, going first, and as you enter into the stomach chamber, you see the pool of acid is thrashing about. You could see that whatever happened has stirred something within whatever this fleshy dungeon is, and you see that creature. Actually, you haven't seen this because you were in the portable hole. You see this creature of tentacles and tendrils moving around. You can see it beginning to rise out of this pool of acid. This long cylindrical head with rows of razor sharp teeth at the end and dozens of eyes just looking directly at you as you see behind it all of these tendrils moving around, looking almost like a parasite. And at the end of this, you see them whipping it about and looking directly at you, all 3 or 4 of their tendrils just moving towards you. What would you like to do?
I feel like there's a moment where he's worried that he's gonna get like grabbed. So I think what he does is he kind of does like a flip onto his back as he's moving forward to and both of his feet forward and just kind of like drop kicks it and uses it to and springs off of it to continue going forward just past it.
So let's just do a regular attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
And then do a D20 roll just to see initiative as well.
Alrighty. I'll do the D20 first. Should I roll? I don't have my unarmed. I don't have an unarmed thing there.
I literally rolled a 5. That is
Incredible.
fucking incredible.
Perfect.
Everything's
All right.
coming up Arxes today.
So you rush into there, pounding into the head of this thing with your feet. Go ahead and roll like a D8 of damage.
All right.
Plus your strength.
Cool beans. Let's see if I know how to type this.
Bad.
Is it /R or R/?
/R.
Okay.
/R space. Then the die type.
That is so cool. Look at him go.
I think I did it. Yeah, I did it.
Hey,
So
look at
that's
that.
8.
8 damage. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You rush in, kicking into it, dealing 8 points of damage, and you begin flying off and continuing your ascent to keep out of the reach of this thing. As you do, I would say that it takes 1 opportunity attack. Let's open that up. 21 to hit. It is going to do 8 points of bludgeoning damage, but
Lovely.
you are able to rush out and then 8 points of acid damage. You continue flying out and let's see. Okay, yeah, you continue flying across the stomach and you enter into the chamber, the opening that goes into the esophagus. At that point, each of you finally make your way to the edge of the stomach where Arxes just completely flew over this thing. This thing turned around, rushing after him. So you have a good opening to rush out and do whatever you would like to get to the other side, but it is like 20 feet away from you at this point.
Do we have time to open the portable hole, or just I carry someone?
Looking back,
Do
the
we have time?
flooding blood is
I don't think we have time.
takes an action. You guys had passed both of your thing. You do have enough time.
Okay, I flip it open the floor. In!
I dive in the
Just
hole.
like fall in.
Okay.
I
Rushing
grab
in.
it. I bolt for it.
Okay. Pulling it back up, you begin flying up. I'm gonna do a perception check to see if we can see you. Doesn't have anything. Okay. You see that it turns around. Seeing you yell out, get in the hole, it turns back around and begins rushing towards you. Do a initiative roll.
Okay. An 8.
Okay. It comes rushing towards you and stands at the, or at least floats at the entrance of this entryway from the intestines into the stomach. You're gonna have to somehow bypass it. You have the portable hole with you, but what would you like to do? As it can't seem to reach you just yet, you're not completely out there. You are just out of range. What would you like to do?
I think I just have to bolt for it. I think I just have to, because I just want to get as far as I can as possible.
Okay. So you're just rushing out?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to. I don't have much of a. Can I try to, like, I don't want to burn an action to try and get around it. I feel like I just have to try and go for it. Because I can't vortex over myself. Okay, the only thing I'm gonna try and do is I will... Okay, I will try and bolt around it.
Okay.
As fast as I can. I'll take an attack of opportunity from it.
Okay. Let's see. Tentacle. Okay, that is a 24 to hit,
Ouch.
dealing 16 bludgeoning damage,
That's fine.
and then 7 acid.
Sorry, 1 second. Let me get my calculator. So 16 and 7.
23.
And, oh, right. Do a dex save as well.
Okay. A 4?
Oh no.
I think I have a, correct me if I'm wrong in chat, but I think I have a an inspiration in chat.
Okay.
A reroll? I believe you do.
you might. I think everybody does. We will see right
I
now.
believe it's Zack, Becca.
I don't think I have
Yeah.
one. I might have used mine
I
already.
think you used yours last
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Oh
I
no,
think I have-
you got another one last time. That's right. So yeah, every single person has one.
Okay, I'm going to use my
Oh, lovely.
reroll
Okay.
now.
Go ahead.
A 14. I don't have a flash of genius on that.
That is literally one away as you get grappled by
Tell
this
us
thing.
that.
Oh shit.
You can
I-
talk to me.
I can
That's
talk
something.
to you. What part are we at in my turn? Like I would have gotten to like here, right? Because I would have been moving past it.
Right.
I don't know if
yeah.
you're showing the map. I would have
Yeah.
gotten to like in range of it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I would communicate that this is happening, and then it just I can't vortex warp myself. I can try and vortex warp it away from me because I haven't used
You-
my action yet.
Correct.
Sorry, it wasn't a dex save. It's a acrobatics check if you wanted to get out. That's what it is. But I will
so
take
it automatically grapples.
So right, that's what it is. So what is your acrobatics?
My acrobatics is a +2.
+2.
So it
so
would
it's
have
the
been
same roll.
exactly
Yeah,
the same.
Okay. So then, yeah.
We can't do anything from the hole, presumably, right?
You can force it open. You can try and force the hole open. But I want to try and use my action because I haven't used it yet, right?
Mhm. Oh well, trying to escape would be an action, but you know what? I told you to do a dex save, so you have an action to do whatever you would like to do. I fucked up on my part, so
That's okay. I'm gonna attempt to vortex warp it away from me 90 feet down the tunnel.
oh shit, that's a cool idea. Okay,
Well, I have to be able to see. Choice that you can see within range
where are you gonna put it?
without it having to squeeze, just like 90 feet back down the tunnel, if that's
Back
possible.
down the other way?
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
It needs to make a Constitution save,
Okay.
which is probably pretty good at.
22.
Ooh.
That's gonna succeid, so that
Okay.
doesn't do anything. That's my turn.
All right.
I would telepathically communicate with the people in there that I am currently grappled.
Mhm.
And I would also.
So
Yeah.
then
We
let's-
opening this?
Can we pop out?
Yeah. So I would have Katya and Vaughn go ahead and roll initiative as well.
Okay.
You have to make an
course.
athletics check to pop it open, I think.
Oh, we're good at that though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we're great at those.
I rolled whatever initiative I had last time. I
had
already
8.
rolled one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and then what did I roll? I can't remember. Can't remember what I rolled. Natural 1 on that time.
I think it should say that.
I think it went first, so...
It did go before me.
Yeah, I know, but I was.
Oh, it is the 18. Okay,
Hoping.
I rolled an 18. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so... With an 8, Katya, you're on the same initiative roll, so I'll give you a turn.
Okay. Athletics to pop out of the hole, right?
Yep.
23?
23.
I
Perfect.
assume
You're able
makes
to
it. I'm
open
pretty
it
sure
up.
that do.
Yeah. I would say
Okay,
23 definitely does. So the hole opens up in the air. Ooh.
Say it.
In such a way that we can stay in it or that we get dumped out.
I can read it. If the hole is folded up, creature within the hole's extra-dimensional space can make a strength check DC 10. On a successful check, the creature forces its way out and appears within 5 feet of the portable hole.
Oh, so it doesn't like completely open up. It just, they force their way out.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Okay, so then it
I-
doesn't like fall out. Okay, cool. I was gonna say
Well,
like it opens up in midair and you're gonna have to fucking catch it because it opens up,
Right.
but in that
But
case
so-
it doesn't, okay.
So am I still halfway in the hole or did I jump out?
You're able to jump out.
Yeah.
Okay, then I spider climb onto the thing's tentacle.
Okay. All right.
And then
That's cool.
and so I jump out, grab onto the thing, and like orient myself upward, and I'm gonna try and stab it to release Beatrice.
Let me, so for Beatrice, or for the opening up the hole, is that an action?
Sorry, let me look at that again. Can use an action.
So
Make
if
a
that is
strength
an
check.
action,
Shit, I used action surge.
unless you have a dagger.
I have a dagger.
You have a dagger? You
I
could
have
you
a
could try and
yeah.
do it with a dagger then. You could try and
I'll do
attack with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always got a dagger.
Wait, hold on. I want
Do I
to just
have a
double
dagger?
check. I wonder if, I don't think it is, but I wonder if the sun sword has the light property, because if it does,
I
that would
believe
be
it does.
nuts.
It definitely
I mean,
does.
It
I don't know.
lights up the room like 30
Oh,
feet, so
That kind of light, different light.
Wow.
Ah. It's like
Okay, doesn't look like it does.
that doesn't make
Wait,
sense.
if
It's
you're
like it's
proficient
like a-
with short swords or long swords.
Yeah, but I don't think a short sword is light because it's not really a thrown
That's
weapon,
the
because light usually
finesse
indicates
property.
thrown, right? Yeah.
Finesse.
Finesse means dex or strength based.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
it's
So,
like a-
We're still
you
good
can
at
use
this
a
game.
dagger. You can use
I
a
could
dagger.
Sneak attack with
Okay.
that.
I mean, I would have a dagger logically. I don't
If
see
it's
one
in your
my
if it's
bag.
in your bag, then yeah.
Like, there isn't. I don't have one listed here, but I know I would have one. Could I have like grabbed a scalpel from
Vaughn has like 10
Beatrice's
million
shit?
daggers.
Right.
Fuck it, I'm gonna bite it. I used my fucking vampire
Let's
bite.
fucking
and
go! All right. Yeah. Okay.
Probably tastes
As
really
your bonus
bad.
action, you are able
That's
to
fine.
bite into it. Let's see the attack.
It is you add
I believe in
Constitution modifier. So let's just do it this way. 21.
Damn. 21
I-
definitely hits.
Fucking sink my fangs into this thing to try and
Hell
get it
yeah.
to let go of Beatrice.
All right. Go ahead and do the damage.
I believe it's a D6. Just had it open. I don't use this very often because I don't like doing it. Okay, D4. 2 damage.
Okay. You do take a little bit of acid damage. You take 3 acid damage as you bite into it.
That's fair.
But I would say that since you're using this action to more cut through it and like rip it apart, you're able to do that.
You said 3?
Rip into it, and then you take that 3 points of damage, and Beatrice, you find all of, you were held by this thing, and then it just goes limp and falls into the acid pool below. Katya, you are still connected to this this tendril, which then slowly you begin seeing it try to wrap around you in this instance.
I guess I can't, jump back into the hole.
No, the hole isn't open now, so no.
Right, yeah.
Okay, how
you can
close
try
am
and
I?
grab onto me.
I would say that is a lot that you did on your turn to jump out, rip it, and then I would say that's your turn.
I also just want to say I gained that 2 health points of damage I did back.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I regained health points on the bite.
Cool.
Anyway.
Okay. That brings us back to the monster.
Yeah, I'm just vibing in here. The AC's on. I'm listening to my favorite music.
Holding the hand. Everything's great.
All right, I got a plan.
This one is going to bite into you, Katya.
That's fair.
19.
Yeah, that hits. Wait, no, it doesn't.
Yeah, you have a shield, right?
Yep.
20. Doesn't hit. Okay. Let's see. Another tentacle attack towards Beatrice.
Sure.
Yeah. 17.
Whoa.
Shield.
Oh, fuck. All right. So as it's about to wrap around you again, and poof, this pulse of energy shoots it away from you. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah. It's going to reel in Katya. Oh wait, it didn't even hit you.
Nope.
Okay, tentacle attack towards Katya then. 24.
That does hit.
Okay, you take 13 bludgeoning, 4 acid.
Okay.
And you are now grappled by this thing.
Okay, that's fine.
How
much did you say?
It is
damage?
That was
Spaced
13
out.
bludgeoning and then 4 acid.
Okay.
Vaughn.
I'm still up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting out of there.
Sure.
I'm gonna.
Remember, you have to use your action, so you won't have an action when you. Yeah.
No, I know I won't have anything once I get out of there, but I just have to get out of there. Because I have to. I have to rage because I'll immediately die.
Get out of here. Go.
Okay.
Could I hear me out? Hear me out. I don't want to jump out of the hole.
This is good.
I want to reach out of the hole and grab Katya and pull Katya into the hole.
Okay, this is what I was trying to do.
I don't want to go fully out of it.
So it's an action to get
now
out of
we're
it,
allowed.
and then you're trying to pull back into it. I would say that's not
Too much?
possible.
Heard,
You
heard,
could
heard.
jump out though,
No, don't.
if you'd like.
Don't do
If I
that.
jump out, I'll die. That's
Don't
what's
do
going to happen if I jump out of this hole. I'll
Don't
die.
Do not. He's like screaming, like, get the fuck out, go.
Okay.
Like I can't mind meld with Vaughn, but I'm like, I know what you're trying to do and I don't do it. It's fine. Just fucking
There's got to be
wrestling with this
something that I can do.
damn tentacle.
The answer is no, there probably 100% isn't, but I will hold my action to jump out of the hole.
Okay. Whenever
That is a
Beatrice
good
gives you
idea.
whenever Beatrice gives
That's
you a
like
thing.
a good-
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Beatrice.
Do I get as far as... Do I know how fast it can move?
Yeah, you saw it coming towards you. It's just normal 30 feet.
This is my... I hate math. This is like where math makes me mad. Because I could get away from it far enough if I dash, but then I can't disengage, but then it's a matter of how likely is it to hit me again?
Right. I would say do a...
What's your,
Do a
isn't your
perception
fly
check.
speed longer than that?
Only 30, I think, right?
Yeah,
It's
with wing
30,
boots,
so I
it's
can
30.
move
Oh.
60, so I could get away from it if I moved twice. You wanted a perception check?
Mm-hmm. 20. Okay. you can tell that its reach is probably around 15 feet.
I have
And
to.
the ceiling looks to be about 20. So you could go directly up.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to disengage, fly 20 feet up,
Okay.
and also use whatever's left of my movement to begin edging along the ceiling.
Okay. All right, you move 20 feet up, just out of reach of this thing, and disengaging. There's no opportunity attacks.
And I yell down to Katya, "I can vortex warp you. Just don't die."
Shit, let's go. Okay.
Flying. Like wrestling with the
Katya.
fucking... Okay, does anybody... I'm pretty sure I have Misty Step still. I didn't use it in the fight, did I?
No, you did not.
I don't think
I don't
so.
remember you using it, no.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to Misty Step out of his grip onto this island.
You could go directly up, too.
Yes, I do that and spider
onto the
climb
ceiling.
onto
That's
the
fucking
ceiling.
sweet. Yeah, you just go
Yes.
directly up, and you are now just standing upside down right next to Beatrice, and you guys are kind of looking at each other like, fuck. Wow. Holy
Is it
shit.
going
I
well
was
out
scared
there?
for you guys. That was
It's going
nuts.
great.
I wanted to.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
okay. There is
And
still,
I-
actually, I'm going to open that back up. There is still a threat as to how you are getting into the esophagus. So you guys
Yeah.
are free to get to the other side, but this thing is pretty much following you the whole way. So we're just going to set you guys up right there.
Yeah, I would have dashed after that.
Right.
So,
Katya, you
yeah.
would have been quicker. So I would say that you can do an athletics check just to see if you can outrun this thing and jump down and get the fuck out of there before it's able to hit you.
15?
15.
I would wait
That's a nat one.
until Beatrice shows up to like
Actually
get
go
off the
down?
actually go down. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
wanna,
then,
like,
yeah, you're still up at the top with Beatrice. The two of you are still there, and you see this thing is just below. Its tendrils whipping around. You see the acid pool beginning to rise as the river of blood is now flowing into this chamber. You're gonna have to get real quick to get into the esophagus. What would you all like to do?
At one point, I would have burned an action, so I might be slightly farther back. I want to burn an action to cast Mage Hand so that I am holding the portable hole in a Mage Hand just in case.
Okay.
Can I?
You would. There's no time limit in terms of when you get to here, so I would say that you're good. You did
Sure.
that, and you're at the end.
I'm
Is
still
it-
holding it near me. Like, it's kind of like both me and it
Yep.
are holding it.
Yep.
Can I crawl back in to the invisible or to the portable hole?
The portable
have to,
hole
like,
would need to
open
have like
it.
a flat space
Okay.
for you to jump
Yeah.
back in.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna worry about it then.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
fine. Then once, like, I'm just gonna cast invisibility on Beatrice when we meet up.
Okay.
That way she's not being targeted anymore.
Hopefully that was after I cast Mage Hand, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just try and get out. I just gotta go for
and
it.
then I'm just moving.
Okay.
I'm running.
I believe in you.
Does not have blind sight. All right. Beatrice, do a stealth check with advantage.
That means flat because I have disadvantage on stealth.
Fucking 3.
Wait, why did it roll?
Yeah.
It rolled
It-
disadvantage automatically because of heavy armor, but it would have been a flat
That
roll.
would have been 12 anyways. I rolled
Yeah.
a 3, so you're able to make it past this thing. 4 is all they got. All right, so you begin
Yep.
making your, or actually fly down, right? You fly down into the entryway, and as you're looking down the esophagus, you can just barely see Arxes at the end of it, flying out of it. Or at least you could see him pretty far away because you guys have been like really far behind.
I'll fly the portable hole up as much as I can with the Mage Hand and open it so Vaughn can get out. If
Okay.
you want.
Okay,
I'll like
cool.
peek my head
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so
Feel
you
free
set
to
that
stay
down.
in.
Katya, you are now having to go into it. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I would have dropped down and kept running. Trying to
Okay.
Get into it.
All right. let's see. So you're rushing down and it has to go. Okay. How would you like to go down?
I'm a little confused. Go down what? What are we looking at going down?
Katya is currently on the air, on the
You know
ceiling,
what?
and now
Like-
having to go down.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does the ceiling just like not naturally lead into the ceiling of the esophagus?
It does, yeah. It like kind of forms into it, yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna keep running on the ceiling into the esophagus.
Okay.
No need to go down. I'll just keep running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Is
So
it
you're rushing
definitely-
down.
To me, it's just ground
Right. No, I know.
from my perspective. So
it would just have
where
like
where
a.
it's standing. It can't
Gross,
get
wet
to you.
ground.
which sucks for him, I know.
Yeah, sucks
I
for
just
him.
assumed the monster's gender. I'm sorry. It sucks for them.
All right. Yeah, because I can't reach from here. And you're able to just fucking walk right. Yeah, no, you're
I
good.
flip it the triple bird.
I do as well.
Oh my god.
With our
3-arm
vestigial
gang at
hands.
it.
I mentally ask Vaughn, do you want to stay in or get out?
I'm just hanging out. Do
Okay.
you want me out of it? That'll probably be. I'll climb out.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm fast.
All right. I swoop it up with the mage hand after you get out and
Cool.
keep looking. Where
All right.
the hell is Arxes?
So, you all look and you see, let's move over to Arxes. You come to the other side of the stomach chamber as this is all happening and you see the esophagus ahead. Within your mind, you begin to hear this voice again of just... Okay, so you hear... I have helped you. And now you need to do me a favor. Leave your friends and fly out of here.
Where
And
are they?
you-
Are they okay?
You just look back to see them kind of fighting the thing, and you hear in your head, they'll be fine. I need you out here.
And you're sure they'll be fine?
I'll make sure of it.
Don't betray me. And I will continue to go.
Okay. You continue going forward, flying and holding Esmeralda, who is in turn holding Johans. Flying through the esophagus, you begin to see these spiky bones protruding from different places all around, creating almost like this pitfall type of trap where just in random areas you need to dodge out of the way of these really sharp bones. I need you to do a dex save.
Dex save. I give myself my +4. Is that how it works?
Yeah,
Right.
it counts for whoever is, yeah, including you.
Alrighty. So that is
19.
19.
That is enough as you continue bobbing and weaving through this dangerous tunnel. You make it onto the other side. That is when all of you see Arxes flying out from this esophagus tunnel. So, as you all exit the stomach, you begin to see the same thing. These ripples on the esophagus pushing towards the stomach, trying to keep you from exiting. How are you all going to approach this?
How long is the esophagus?
It's about 200 feet.
Bad.
Yeah.
Are we going? Or are we just kind of
I think
vibing?
we just got to go for it.
All right.
Yes. Don't have a
Um,
better idea.
Oh,
Hmm?
I have. Oof, it's a high level spell, but I have 2 left. But could we use wind wall to prevent it from contorting? It's only 50 feet long, though. Like essentially, like using it to hold the passage open with
Yeah.
wind wall.
I would say that you could do that. That makes sense. Just kind of pushing down on it so that it's not able to come up. Yeah, I would say that you'd be able to do that.
Got it. It lasts for a minute, but it's only 50 feet long and 15 feet high. So maybe I save it in case we get stuck.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
So then I would need...
Can you like move it?
I don't think I can.
Am I making that up?
I think you set it up in the beginning, and then that's all it
I think it
is.
just lasts.
That's the thing. That's why
okay.
it's like I can't move it, so I'd rather use it if we actually do
that
start
makes
struggling.
sense.
Okay.
So I guess like
I must be making that up.
like am readying myself to cast that if it comes to it.
So then everybody do a deck save as you're rushing through here. Because Vaughn, you're running. Katya, you're also running.
Yes.
Katya, I'll give you advantage because you have
Thank you so much.
you have
And I have
I would-
advantage.
What about
Thank you.
flying?
I would.
and then you have advantage too because it's a deck save. Shit, that's right. Okay. Yeah.
okay.
19, thank God.
19 is good.
19.
19 is also good. All right.
I didn't. Wait,
You
I
all
didn't
are
roll
able
with
to
advantage. I mean,
bob
just
and
in case.
weave through these spiky bones and the rippling parts of this esophagus trying to push you back, but every time, Vaughn, you're jumping over it. You're good. Katya, you don't even care. It doesn't even phase you. You're just rushing over it and continuing
I'm just
with
trying
your
to
spider
like
climb.
help people, everybody else along, like grab them and
Yep.
give support and whatnot.
Beatrice, you are flying just at a slower speed, not trying to get through as quick as possible, but trying to be careful, and you're able to twist and wind through this tunnel with no problem. Switching back to Arxes. Arxes, you exit the esophagus and you are faced with the row of gargantuan teeth, this giant biting maw that had closed behind you, keeping you from exiting the chamber. And you return, and the room itself, from the mouth of this dungeon, the sides have returned back to their wider space, and you just see in front of you the row of jagged and broken and sharp teeth in front of you, closing off the way to get out of this. What would you like to do?
Oh gosh. All right. This is a if you allow me to do this, right? I want to try to shatter them so that they don't pose on my friends on the way out as I go through. And how I'm gonna do that is like a similar style to the way I like drop kicked the thing.
Okay.
He'll do that again, and if you'll let me do this, I want to smite at the same time.
Yeah! I fucking love it. Yeah, let's do it. You would have to drop Esmeralda and Johans. So you drop them down just in front of it, and you are going to push into this thing and try and smite it. Do an attack roll.
All right. Should I add my strength to this, or should I just?
Absolutely.
I don't have an unarmed thing here. I'll just make a strength roll.
Yeah,
then.
just make a strength roll.
That's a 10.
Plus your proficiency bonus.
Which is 4, so that's 14 total.
Easy enough. That definitely hits. So,
And then there's 2d8 for damage.
2d8 for... Oh, right, smiting.
For
Right,
the
right, right.
smite. Yeah.
And then your strength is 4, so that's 5 damage already just from that unarmed strike. And then
boom.
another 5
5.
damage. That's 10. You see cracks beginning to appear on this, these teeth in front of you. You're gonna need to do one more attack, and you begin to see the walls closing in once again. So go ahead and do another attack roll.
This time I'll use the thing. I think I did that right. Yeah.
24 definitely hits as well.
24. I don't have another spell slot, so it's just gonna be
Another 5 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, these teeth explode open as you punch into it and kick once more. As it shatters open, you see the crevice that you had initially gone through in order to get into this mouth of this cave. What would you like to do at this point when it opens up? You feel a pull to the outside of the crevice. You want to get outside of it. You feel it very similar to what the Kingmaker had before.
I'm gonna
But you look back and
to
you see Esmeralda. Yeah.
Is she standing up? Like, is she able to get up? Or
she's getting up, and she's just looking, just very confused at what's going on, holding Johan's, and she just looks, I can get out, go.
Stay safe.
Of course.
And he will go.
Okay. You can see behind you, she's rushing forward, though, similar to before, she's having a little bit of issue, but you guys are so far ahead of this rushing river of blood that she'll probably be fine. And you have the people behind that are catching up as well. So, you look back, she tells you to go, you nod, and you begin making your way through this crevice. All of you, seeing a faint light shining into this next chamber, as you see Esmeralda just slowly making her way toward that, you enter in to see this row of teeth that had kept you in is now shattered. You then, rushing forward, you begin to see that the walls again are slowly starting to close in, and you have the teeth in front of you to just rush in and try to get out. But I need each of you to do either an athletics check to try and make it to the other side, or a dexterity save to try and weave through or try and get through this without getting hurt.
So athletics or dexterity save?
Right. I'm better at.
And do I have advantage for flying?
I would say no, because it's a horizontal danger rather than a vertical one.
9 is not great.
I'll do anything in my power to help Beatrice.
I do whatever I can.
Okay.
Would also try if I can notice it or intervene anyway.
You also have a reroll.
Didn't I use it already?
Yeah. Wait, did you use it on that last?
Yes.
Was
yeah,
that
I had
okay,
to
I
use
thought
it
it was
on
Zack's.
that other one.
Never mind. Okay.
No. She
So
can
then-
have mine if she wants it.
Let's see what the effect is, and then I might have a plan.
Okay. The walls begin to close in, and you all look back to see Beatrice just slowly get enveloped by this flesh. Beatrice, you take 7 points of
Oh, thank God. that's not
bludgeoning
that bad.
damage. As you all see the walls closing in on her, the fleshy walls give. Beatrice, you're able to move around, just not very much, as you're trying to reach forward, but this wall is trying to keep you here, keep you from exiting this dungeon. What is everybody doing at that point?
Immediately doubling back.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be expected. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I would like,
Do I have an action?
yeah,
Okay, can I cast wind wall in a horseshoe shape around myself to push it back from me?
is there a somatic part to it? Wait, restrain doesn't do anything, right?
No, restrained you can still...
Okay,
It's
so then
paralyzed.
I think
yeah.
that's what it is. Okay, so then, yeah, that works.
Okay.
So then, you guys rush up to this. You guys made it to the very end, coming out of the teeth, and you see this fleshy pink wall closing in on her. You come to the edge of this opening, and you just get blasted by this wall, this wind wall that opens up this tunnel. Beatrice, you are able to rush through and make your way out of the teeth.
I definitely
And
hit
that
the
is it.
ground hard and
Right,
would probably
yeah.
be prone just from like the air
It's like-
pressure.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those boosts from like the plane games where you
Yeah.
like go through the ring and then you go off.
Yes.
So
I just immediately scoop Beatrice.
Thank
you
you.
go flying out of this, and you look back to see the wind wall close as the rest of all of this just closes in, and you see this blood beginning to spew out of it, though it's not following. You just see the rest of this mouth beginning to fall and shatter and decay at a rapid pace. But you're able to come out of this crevice. And Arxes, as you exit the crevice, you feel a pull right across the room. Each of you rush out of this crevice before something else happens and you finally reach the library of the Amber Temple. You all begin to catch your breath. Looking around, the Lich isn't here. You see Casimir moving around. But at the edge of this library, on the bottom floor, you see Arxes. His hand on the amber sarcophagus on the other side of this room. And you would see Johan's body on the ground, very carefully put down. About 15 feet away from Arxes, you see Esmeralda just standing there with her hands up. She slowly walks towards Arxes. Arxes, you hear in your mind as you exit the crevice. Release me, and my power is yours. Protect your family. Avenge your friends. Be the champion you were always meant to be. Destroy my prison, and I will help you. Arxes, you hear this voice echoing in your head, and you see your friends exiting the crevice, Esmeralda just nearby. What do you do?
I think the first thing you'd say is, to the voice, he'd say, and after it's all done, what then?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
He turns around to everyone and his hand's still on it, and he faces everybody. And he goes, everything I do, all the choices I've made, since I've met you, and he looks at Katya, and since I've traveled with you, and he looks at Vaughn and Beatrice, has always been to save them. That's all I want. And then he turns around and he starts punching the sarcophagus.
You see Esmeralda beginning to rush forward like, no! The arms pulling her back as she's trying to stop him. But you all see, as with each punch into this amber sarcophagus, you see power erupting from him. This magical energy fueling his punches, making them even more powerful than he could even imagine. And just then, just before Esmeralda's able to do something, 5 feet away, the final punch, you see this crackle spidering all across the sarcophagus until sarcophagus shatters. Amber pieces falling all over the floor, and you see this large shadow emerging out. Just above Arxes, this half dozen wings spreading out, similar to what Arxes has. As it spreads out above Arxes, it then begins to encompass him and swirl around. Begin to see this like tornado as papers begin to fly around this library, and you see this storm of shadow then collapse, and Arxes disappears. That's where we're gonna go to break.
Whoa.
So,
R.I.P. Arxes is dead again.
Yeah.
We didn't have an action or reaction on any of that, did we?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I would be setting Beatrice down on the floor.
possibly, but
Well,
at this point, what's done is done.
Right. Well, I was just going to cast Intellect Fortress on him, but, that's all I can do.
Well, with that, we are going to go to break, and tonight we are giving away a free copy of The Bone Hole. The adventurers have been
Gross.
sent to the lair of
Gross.
Domegus, the Wretched, with reliable information that she is currently elsewhere. With only Domegus' assistant Hergloom present, the player will need to investigate the lair to discover the necromancer's plan to summon a demigod known as Granch the Bone Worm, and then find a way to either destroy the partially summoned Granch or sabotage the necromancer's plan to wield Granch's power for themselves. If you like that and it sounds pretty cool to you, you can type !escape in the chat, and you can then join the giveaway once I start it now. All right, we will be back in 15 minutes. We will see you all then. Bye, everybody.
bye.
Bye.
And welcome back, everyone. Let's do the raffle. Pick the winner. And it is Darth Caters. Right on. All right, we will be sending you the code for that. Okay. So, Arxes has disappeared from this bottom floor of the library, from this swirling shadow that enveloped him, releasing whatever this dark power was. The room is silent. Until you see two figures coming down from the upper floor of the library. You see the Lich, and you see Nephiron. As they come down, they are just... Mainly, the Lich is just looking towards each of you, kind of confused, but Nephiron is pissed. You can see him looking around and looking at each of you, and then... You... What have you done? You have allowed your friend to release another dark power.
Does it look like we allowed anything?
We had nothing to do with it. We have no idea what he was doing.
Sorry, we were trying to stop a different one.
We got rid of Maggart.
Good. One for one. This entity will only consume him.
Who
Should you
was
be
that?
successful in killing Strahd, then you must understand that this man will be inevitably the next Dreadlord of Barovia. I hope you're ready, and going to do what is necessary to save the people of Barovia and bring this land with peace.
Right, because you've been doing that.
We have been protecting this temple for longer than you've been alive. And of course you come in here with hopes of gaining knowledge, and then go around us to release another.
We didn't... Wow, we just read our minds. We didn't even tell. We didn't know that was going to happen. We were in the midst of a fight.
That point. You must bring them out. I will return to my post, and I will kill anyone that enters. You are not allowed back.
And you see him disappear.
All right,
Katya's like laying on her back, like totally exhausted. She's like, whatever, that's fine. We had nothing to do with it. It's his own problem. We'll deal with it when it gets there. Lich. Is the Lich still there?
Lich is still there, just kind of floating, and then you see this like
just
purplish energy kind of forming around him, and he just slowly floats down to the floor, and you see it kind of dissipate.
She says like, Lich, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry about Nephron and all the things we did, but I do not, if it was worth getting rid of Maggart, I'd do it all again if it meant getting rid of that horrible monster. Now, and she's like unbuckling her breastplate and like getting out of this armor as fast as possible and kind of chucks it off. It's like, is there anything at all you can do about this? And like the hand comes up and is just like,
He just looks. As much expression that you can see on a Lich. No nose, barely any skin on his face. You can see him just looking down, and you can tell that there is disappointment on his face.
Yes. Allow me to look.
And he floats over towards you. 19 plus fucking whatever. He looks at it and he says,
Well, you have two options. You may cut it off, or a greater restoration spell. I am unsure if it will grow back, but judging by the way that it has sprouted from you and its properties, I would assume that it wouldn't.
Oh, that's good.
It's good. Okay.
Katya, do you want me to cut it off?
I don't suppose we have any greater restoration available.
That's outside my bailiwick.
All right, let's get this over with. And she bites down on her sword hilt. No, she chugs a health potion and then bites down on the sword hilt.
sounds good.
2d4 plus 2?
You have the greater?
No, I'm just gonna drink a normal one.
Okay.
Tradesies with I'll tradesies with whoever has the normal, and then
Yeah, whoever wants to give that. Arxes
I
is
have a
not there, so
normal.
it would be
Yeah.
it would have to be Beatrice.
So now I have a greater and you have a normal?
yeah.
Right.
So let's do. Let's keep doing that. All right. Let's get this over with.
2
All
seconds.
right. 1, 2.
I just want to
Was
double
not.
check.
Mississippi.
Oh, my sincerest apologies.
It's taking forever to open up this character sheet.
We have to also figure out if we're cutting off Esmeralda's as well.
Yeah, she has 2. Open up. Let's go. All right. Let's just look at this in this.
She takes the sword out again. Lich, there is a pretty strong possibility I'm going to pass out from this, so let me just say, despite all of this, I thank you for all your help, and I consider you a friend. Rest assured that I will take responsibility for this, and I will defend this realm, no matter what the cost.
He just stays
It's
silent.
just like,
He does not have greater restoration, so yep.
Yeah, not as a lich.
Yeah.
While that's happening, I will take the lich aside to ask him a question, but I don't know which one you'd like to resolve first.
Let's do the cutting of the arm.
Let's get this done.
All right. How are we doing this?
That is completely up to you.
So I know logically it should be like a medicine check, but what I'm gonna do is attack it.
Yeah, no, that
and
makes
just
perfect
try to
that
sever
makes
it.
Perfect
Sure.
sense. Yep.
Yeah. Can I borrow what your sword? Your other.
I hand her another.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because you wouldn't be able to use a sun sword. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see the attack.
I will reckless attack.
Okay, yeah.
Is this a long sword?
Huh?
Reckless medically attack.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what, is
Is
this
this
a
a
what?
long sword? A long sword?
Oh yeah, you had a long sword before, so yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's silvered too.
Great. Well,
Mhm.
Not that that does anything.
I
to you.
shouldn't reckless attack because then I'll get sneak attack on you. I don't want to kill you.
Whatever gets rid of
I
this
just-
fucking arm.
I
You
just need to do it.
can apply sneak attack. You don't have to.
Whatever happens.
I just need to do enough. Do I know if it would do enough damage just to? How much damage does it take to sever an arm?
Well, I mean,
You did it
Beatrice was able to
once.
do it with a dagger.
Well, yeah, after I'd broken the bone.
Right,
but-
the bone was
yeah.
broken
When
and
it was
kinda
no longer
limp,
fighting.
But I mean, still, you would expect probably not much,
Okay.
especially the fact that Katya is like standing still and allowing you to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll just
The arm gives a quick
Yep.
right before.
Mhm.
peace out. Yeah. I mean,
16. Without any
armor.
any armor, that definitely hits Katya. Dealing 8 piercing damage, or well, that's not a rapier.
Slashing. It's the same.
Right, that would be
die.
slashing. Same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. You are able to cut directly through it. I was hoping you got a natural one. That would have been so fucking
That
funny.
would've been really fucking fun.
Stab Katya in the chest.
Yeah, I actually just kill Katya
Yeah,
instead.
right. You cut directly through. Katya,
Yup.
you take 15 points of damage as it completely
1 hit
severs.
point.
Completely
Okay.
severs off of you.
1 hit point left.
And you begin to see
No, I
blood
took it.
coming
I
out.
drank the potion. I'm still
Oh.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I got a little more.
Got like 2 hit points, right?
I've got 9.
Oh, my apologies.
Damn.
Came prepared.
But
So that's good.
the arm is off, and you are all able to treat
Yeah,
those
holy shit.
wounds with how much time you have. Yeah.
Do you want to keep this? I'll put it in my bag. You can think about it later. It can hang out with the leg.
It's all yours.
Lovely. Esmeralda.
And she just kind of
Just-
lays on her back and waits until somebody needs her for something.
Esmeralda's just watching the horror of this unfolding in front of her.
I mean, have you convinced yours to be friends yet?
You see it like whipping around trying to grab her.
Hmm.
No, not yet. Goes up to Katya. Can I borrow that? To your dagger.
Hand it
Grabs
over.
it. Okay.
I guess
She's
I'm
about to take
chopping
2.
up,
Let's go.
chopping
Chop
up
shop in here,
Esmeralda's
bro.
arms.
Yep.
Woof.
Hey, yeah, here we go. Hey.
26 definitely hits. 10 is
I
enough.
gave Esmeralda my healing potion. Remember?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
might
no,
wanna-
I already
you might
added
wanna
it.
drink
That's
that.
right. Okay, so that's same thing. 10 points of damage on her. Cool.
All right. And like another band-aid, here you go.
Okay, just do it. Go.
Yep. Oh,
23, definitely. All right, let's see if this is more. 2d10. It's less. All right. You were able, by the 3rd time, you're able to do it with
Down
excellent
to a
precision.
science.
Yep.
Got pretty good at this.
I
You
should
could be
get a
a surgeon.
doctorate.
And you just see her. Okay.
You're good.
Can
You're
I get
good. Do you
band-aids, please? Something to wrap us.
need-
And
I hand her some rags.
yep, you're able to treat the wounds. The only one left
Oh yeah, how's
is
mine
Vaughn
doing?
has one under their armpit, just kind of chilling there. Yeah, it's not doing enough to like really do anything, but every so often it's like trying to stop you from doing something. It's like it's dormant until you try to do something, and then it's like no, right?
I like grab one of the fingers and I like start to like bend it a little bit too much, like I'm about to break it. It's like, no, listen. We're gonna be friends at the end of this.
We're just gonna be doing like daily intimidation checks until it like finally is like, okay, fine, I get it.
You got spare fingers for telekinesis.
True.
Oh yeah.
Somatic issue will never be a problem.
So good. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. With the
Everyone
limbs
good?
taken apart.
No one else has limbs?
I think that's it.
I pocket Esmeralda's limbs.
She just watches you and say, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. So, as you all finish up cutting limbs off, you see the Lich. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Lich is talking to you. Yes.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
I'm so sorry, my friend, about... We really didn't know what he was... We didn't even know there was a plan. We thought we had handled that. As Nephion is correct, we're going to have to deal with whatever. And I gesture in the direction of the busted sarcophagus. Can you tell us anything about that so we can be prepared?
Yes. This one was... Zadoon. The Fallen. This was once a... angel that had been twisted by the Shadowfell. Yes. Not the worst dark power to have been taken out, but I do not know what their plans might be. Every dark power's plans is to have complete control over a domain, using its champions, as you know. Only time will tell.
True. I'm sure you will see it, whatever the result may be. Do you know what abilities it grants, what its general temperament is, if it's a fallen angel?
I would imagine holy power, or that of an angel's abilities, like wings, a halo perhaps. Outside of that, healing capabilities, perhaps.
Well, I don't know exactly where. I don't know exactly how much you saw, but he's just vanished. I don't know where he's at. He may have just flown straight off Castle Ravenloft, as far as we know. Do you know anything about what our friend may be like? When
Castle
we
Ravenloft.
And you see him look into his robe, and he pulls out this long, rolled up scroll, and he hands it over.
The blueprints to that castle.
Thank you.
What were you saying?
Our friend, we just encountered someone who had been taken over by Maggart. And I'd never met the individual before. I'd heard of him, but he seemed very much still... I don't know, he still seemed to be him, an individual. He was not Maggart, he was still himself. Is that the general case we should expect if we run across Arxes again? Will he still be himself?
I think it is too early to tell. Some of these dark powers twist the minds of the people they choose. Turn them into followers that do not deny the actions that the dark powers demand them to take. While others, like Vampire, are more laissez-faire. They don't seem to have a care, as long as they are getting souls from their champions. With a fallen angel, I do not know.
I see. Well, I hope we can hold out hope that he is at least helpful to us and not another adversary we'll have to deal with immediately. I did have... Sorry, go ahead.
Vampire is the ruling dark power here in Barovia. Should you and your friends kill Strahd, the only one left would be that one.
And his goal would be clear in that circumstance.
Correct.
I had another question, and I'd sort of draw him even farther away under the pretense of looking over the plans. I had another question of what you might know about soul magic.
What about soul magic?
I know that there's a limited amount of souls in Barovia. I was just wondering, in your professional opinion, if somebody had been crafted by an arcanist or a divine or what have you, maybe like almost like a homunculus of sorts, would that individual, would they have a soul? Would that soul have had to be taken from somewhere?
In terms of a homunculus, I would venture to say that they wouldn't have a soul.
What about something slightly more complicated than a homunculus?
Many scholars have attempted to create this type of being. I have heard of far land. What was its name? Eberron. There are metal beings crafted with souls within them.
That's not exactly what I'm asking about. I guess I have a friend who I'm a little concerned about what exactly... I've never been one for caring about souls, but I guess we all take it for granted that we should have one. At least I did, growing up where I did. But it came to my attention recently that because they may have been created by someone else, it may not be a certainty that they have one. And I guess, what is the consequence of that?
Well, without a soul, there is no afterlife. They have experiences similar to those that have a soul, but as far as joy, happiness, these are too complex of emotions for them to feel. In terms of results from being created, well, I guess it depends on what kind of a life they are hoping to live.
I think they're still trying to figure that out. I suppose questions about how one might possibly build a soul or something like that would be more a question for a cleric. Well, thank you, my friend. And would it be possible for us to stay here through the night? We will not survive on the mountaintop in this condition.
Unfortunately, Neferon has told you to get out, and I must bring you out myself.
Perhaps an hour, anything. I'll trade you conversation. One last repartee for the road.
Do a persuasion check.
No. A 6.
Ouch.
Makes sense.
Brutal.
As wonderful as that sounds, we have been bamboozled one time too many. I wish you luck, but you cannot stay here.
Well, it's not the first time I can tell I'm not wanted somewhere. I will take it with grace. And don't forget, you always have my sending in case you're ever in a talkative mood.
Of course. What was your name again?
You can call me a friend, but Beatrice LeBeau. And I left some information on myself in your library. Just look me up.
I will be sure to do that.
You see him kind of conjure up a paper, and with like a mage hand, he begins writing that name down, and he goes away.
I will be sure to look you up.
En route to Castle Ravenloft, currently.
Good luck.
Okay, we can't keep all of the arms, everyone.
What do you mean? Like, Vaughn,
All right, but you can't, if you're not going to take care of them, we have to throw them out.
They're not twitching around still, right?
Not right now.
Oh. They seem to be immobile at the moment. I wave Katya's arm at Beatrice.
All right.
Katya's fully unconscious. She just slipped out of consciousness during this.
Wake up!
And just laying
I slap Katya with her own
just
arm.
like fucking.
All right.
I love this so much.
I'll take a dagger and I like cut a bit of my like hand and hold it up to Katya. You're gonna need a little pick me up if we're about to roll out of here. What, you don't like my blood type? What are you complaining about?
I hate this. And she just takes it like so reluctantly.
I would say for this, just roll. What's your bite damage?
It's a D4.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll that. If it was a D6, I would have dropped it down to a D4 anyways.
Yeah.
Beatrice, you take 2 points of damage.
Sure.
But Katya, you also gain 2 points of healing, and you begin to see the open wound on your stomach is slowly starting to close, thanks to that.
I cannot make a habit out of this. Absolutely not. And she like gets up. She's like hunched over, hand on her wound. She like grabs her breastplate with the other hand and is just dragging it on the floor and she walks out.
Mm-hmm.
I rebutton up my my sleeve and I'm like, believe it or not, you're not the first volunteer ever to say that to me. Everyone.
Take a look. Do not call me that. Thank you, Beatrice. I appreciate you. That is... no.
I'm just saying. If tastes so genetic.
And with that, you are then ushered up the stairs and out the exit of this library. You are brought down a secret stairway that was on the most southern side of the temple. On the second floor, there's a secret doorway that is opened, a stairway that goes down to the lower floor, and you are then ushered out the front of the temple. Is there anything you would like to do during that time? I'm doubting it, but I'd like to open that up.
God, I don't know, putting back on winter clothes, I guess.
Sure, right?
Probably get dressed.
Okay.
Give one last little fuck you to Casimir.
Mm-hmm.
On my way out.
Yep.
It's like the triple
yep.
bird again.
You just see him
On my
looking
way out.
You're walking up the stairs and he's just like trying to grab onto you. Doesn't. You're good. So, putting on the winter clothes as you're making your way out, Katya, as you're kind of clipping all of your plate armor back on, you make it to the edge of the temple. The stairway back up. You can see the flurry of snow storming outside, and you can feel that biting cold once again, even through all of the winter gear that you have, except for Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't put on my winter clothes again.
So, the Lich just looks to each of you, and especially Beatrice. You see him make his paper appear, puts it away. Beatrice, thank you for the intellectual conversation. It has been quite a while since I've had that. And to each of you, I bid you good luck. May your mission to end vampire be successful.
Katya will like unhunch, like stand up straight so that she can give him a nice bow, and then turns and walks out.
And thank you for your time. I do like one of those, and I try to get my other arm to do it as well.
To curtsy with you.
But yeah, I try to get the other arm to do my kind of flourish with me.
Do an intimidation check. Let's see.
We're gonna have
Okay.
to practice that.
Yeah, we're trying to work together, the two of us. 24.
Holy shit.
You hold on to the hands as you're coming up, and then you like barely look. You're like whisper something under your breath. You let go, and it follows in suit.
Good. Yes.
Favorite new ally. This is way better than like adopting a pet in D&D.
Yeah, I've got
Just a new arm that's trying to like fucking love it so much.
This is my familiar. It's my arm.
Right? Yeah.
Vestigial
Oh my
limb of
God.
its own will.
So, you all
Are we-
turn.
Are we anywhere near the cot?
The cot.
Or
Oh, the cart.
Esmeralda's
Right.
Yeah, sorry, accent.
No, you're good. Yeah.
The cot.
I
cot.
realized it right when I said cot.
cot.
I was like,
Cot.
no, that's the
cot.
cart.
The
Uh,
cot, see?
The cart is just outside of the Amber Temple. She
Right.
had parked it pretty close. But
There's a
yeah, as
bunch
you exit,
of parking tickets.
We haven't even been here for that long.
damn it! I knew I should have paid the extra $2.
There's a meter. Why did you charge a meter?
You exit into the blistering cold, and Arxes, you would have been somewhere outside of the temple. Where would you like to have been posted up as you waited for your companions to come out?
Is there like a large column like anywhere?
Oh, absolutely there is. Yeah, right on the front.
He's on top of it.
Fantastic.
This
That's
motherfucker.
amazing.
He's sort of like hunched over with his like one hand down,
Mm-hmm.
gripping like the side, like the very edge of it on top, and his wings are kind of like around him, sort of like not like all the way, but just enough he can see out, but like also kind of shielding from the
It's pretty
from
cool.
the snow, like
Awesome.
a gargoyle.
You all,
Damn, that's cool.
I would say that, Vaughn, you have a pretty high passive perception.
15.
I would say you're able to be the first one to notice that Arxes is up there.
Are you good?
He doesn't say anything. He just sort of like jumps down. His wings kind of unfurl to like help him sort of glide.
Mhm.
When he lands, they like sort of like slide, like hit the ground and then slide up as he stands up. And then they kind of rest behind him and he goes, "Yeah. Are you?"
Good as I can be. Are you chill?
I mean, yeah, it's pretty cold out here.
All right.
You see Esmeralda. Go ahead.
I'm fine.
Esmeralda begins approaching. And you can see, like, anger in her face. But quickly turns to a blank stare. Thank you for helping me kill Archibald. I just hope that whatever you did doesn't end up taking your soul. And she puts a hand on your shoulder. I'm sorry for the way that things happened.
It's okay. And he'll like sort of like turn to everybody when he says this, and he kind of like very seriously and very very like dad. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this as he says this, and he goes, "My soul is not worth risking or giving up my wife's or my daughter's. If it took my soul to save them, I'd do it 20 times over." Yeah. It won't happen again. I won't lose anyone else.
I can't blame you. She looks down to Johans. I can't blame you.
I'm sorry we couldn't save him. I tried. I really did.
I know. Deep down, I knew that it wasn't healthy for me to think that maybe he was brought back. Maybe Archibald had been possessing his body and we could take him out and put Johans back. It was a childish dream that should never have happened.
Sometimes those dreams are what keeps us going.
You see, she really begins to go into thought about it, and she's turning around, going back to the cart. So,
when he turns to everyone else, he kind of holds up his hands, and he's like, "Hey, everybody."
I high five.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not what you were. Okay.
Oh, no, it was sort of like a come in peace type. It's okay. It's fine.
I like shuffle forward and just like lean up against it and like kind of like collapse on him a little, on his chest a little bit. And I'm like, God damn it, Arxes. I can't. I don't agree with your methods, but I understand. And I get it. I'm just glad we're all okay. It's okay.
He like sort of like, and he you know he's not one for this, but he hugs you, and then you feel him give you 10 hit points from lay on hands.
Thank you.
And he looks at Katya and he goes, "I'm glad you're okay too."
She just kind of like pounds on it. It's so weak. You don't even like stumble, and she's just like, we're going to save everyone, and I'm going to need your help to do it. I know that. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for helping us. And she and she hugs back.
As you kind of step away in order to get into that hugging position, you look into Arxes' eyes, and what you would assume to be pupil whites, it's instead a starry sky within. But you bring it in, hugging.
Don't
Seems
make me
to be
kill
the
you
same
again.
Arxes.
I really don't want to do that again.
I'll do my best.
Okay. All right. Can we? Let's set up a camp. She just like sits down.
Mm-hmm. Esmeralda gets onto her cart, and you see the spectral horses appear. And from that, you see John.
John is still there. I haven't dismissed him.
Right.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Right.
Pegasus?
I was thinking about that, but you already have wings. I would just say that there's like a halo
wings.
on John currently.
Oh, a good boy.
Yeah. If you would allow this, John is now white.
That makes sense, yeah. I'm here
Okay.
for it.
And as you see this happening in front of the cart, Esmeralda just says, "There's that cave that we stayed at about 2-3 hours down if you wanted to go there again. I just hope nothing else happens before we get there."
I think that's our best shot. She like stands up. She's feeling a little better now with all the like health everybody's given her, so she can actually like walk okay, but very, very tired.
So, you all begin your journey back to that cave. No checks needed. You're able to wind down the snowy, icy road until 3 hours later, you come across the cave. Esmeralda parks the cart just out front, and you begin making the same camp that you did before. The wood that you were using still in its same position, and you were able to relight it and continue scavenging for more. But that is where we will end tonight's session. It's a good point with Arxes taking another deal. Let's go. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Oh, God, fucking damn. I love it.
So ready.
That's my
So sick.
dad.
I love it so
Our
much.
dad.
All right.
Party's dad.
Well, with that, thank you all for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you all being here. If you'd like to follow us, please do so. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great. Don't have to. The best way to support us is to tell your friends about our stream. And if you're watching the recording of the episode, thank you all so much. And make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and leave us 5 stars on all of your podcast apps. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media at TalkingXP. And Ellen, Map Maven this week.
Yes, we will be doing a Map Maven tomorrow at 7:30. So we're moving to Tuesdays officially. So yeah, we'll be there and we'll be square because
Make it a map.
that's our vibe. That's just kind of our vibe.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, join us.
Right on tomorrow at 7:30. But with that, thank you all again for joining us. Make sure to level up, and we will see you all next week for more Ravenloft Misfits. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.